Hey, what is going on, Libras? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams. Shout out to Ramblin' Mike. I actually remember watching him way back. I still do. Love the guy. But I remember watching him one time. He used this deck, and ever since, he got me hooked on it. This is probably my fourth one that I've gone through now. But anyway, little tidbit. With all that being said, let's get it. What message do we have for Libras? What's coming up for Libras? All right, Libras. So the first thing I have, Libras, is I do feel like you may be involved with someone still. Or this is something that may have just ended, but I feel like there's still an attachment to this person. Because I'm picking up two different types of energy around you here. Two different, very different energies. You know, I feel like... I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like there's somebody around you. Now, I feel like with this person, the reason why I feel like it's either ended or is ending is I feel like somebody already walked away from this emotionally. You know, I feel like someone stopped giving to this connection, and one person is fighting for it. But I feel like the walking away has already been done emotionally. Bags are packed. They're out the door closet, because I don't feel like it's apparent to both parties. So I mean, they're ready to go. They got their bags packed. You know, and this is the energy I feel like with this past connection. So if they're not already at the door, physically, mentally, they are. Now, I mean, I feel like with this person, there is a struggle, like I said, to keep this intact. But in that struggle and in that work, because I see a lot of effort being put in, and in that struggle and in that effort, we're not seeing what's right in front of us. And that's what we're really here to talk about. Not seeing what's right in front of us. What's right in front of you, I feel like this other energy, this other person I'm picking up around you. Now, this may be a friend, an associate, or someone you work with. I just feel like you have a pretty steady, engagement with this person. Like, you see them often. You know, I feel like you communicate with this person. I feel like you have, I feel like you have great conversations with this person, but I feel like that's part of what you're not seeing that's right in front of you. I don't think this past person is the one. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like this other person, the one you haven't quite completely noticed yet, that's the one. You know, that's what you've been waiting for. And it's right there. It's right there in front of you, but you're not seeing it because I feel like you're too involved in this past relationship, the one that's already been kind of, the fate has already been sealed. With this person, like I said, that ship is coming in. I mean, we got the Page of Wands. The potential with this person, but sometimes we don't see the potential. You know, sometimes we're loyal to a connection, even though our loyalty is kind of going to waste. You know, they call it loyalty to a fault. You know, going down with the sinking ship type energy. But with this person that's around you, they're throwing you the life, you know, the life preserver. They're there. They're trying to dig you out of the water. You know what I mean? Like, but you're not seeing it because I feel like you're trying to do the right thing with this. Now, I feel like this person, this other person, this friend, like I said, it is more of a friendship. I feel like it hasn't really, the potential hasn't, it's been felt, but it hasn't been nurtured at all. With that person, I feel like they've been hiding their feelings from you because this person doesn't want to be someone who gets in the way of things. They're not the person, like, they don't want any drama. You know, they feel like they're connected to you in a way that they're willing to wait for you. And trust me when I say this, I feel like it's been hard. It is hard when you truly care about someone, especially when you see them dealing with someone else. But they've been hiding their feelings for you. They don't want to make it complicated. They don't want to make any drama for you, and they don't want any drama for them. And I mean, I feel like this person, they're very intelligent. They're making a smart decision right now. This is the decision that they're making. But what's clear is this person is the one that's going to show up for you. I mean, I just realized something that doesn't happen very often. Let me just get this all together for you because you can't make this shit up. So in this new person, this other person, we have the King of Pentacles energy. You know, they got their shit together. Emotionally mature, King of Cups. Passionate and intelligent. Very mature. And if you didn't get that, I'm going to show it again because this doesn't happen. I think this happened to me twice before. And I've been doing this for years. You know, my hands aren't big enough because these are big cards, but we got all 4 kings. You know, if that doesn't sell you on this person, what will, right? But I feel like you haven't, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like your heart's been blocked off. So it's been hard to pick up this vibe from this person. But I feel like you're really going to start to feel it. You know, I feel like it's something that you're going to trust in. And I feel like, you know, you're going to find solace in this new person. Because I feel like this is the one. We have new love and sleeplessness, you know, that sleeplessness, that anxiety, that anxious. It's on the other side of this energy that you're feeling. This is kind of showing me that there's 2 roads here. You know, you can stay in this energy or you can merge into this new energy of new love. When I say this with that 9 of Swords, I want to be very clear about something. And this is something that I hold dear to my heart. And it's what I believe. Now, please put in the comments what you believe. If, you know, I love to see. Maybe you think I'm right. Maybe you think I'm wrong. Tell me your idea. But my idea is that anxiety, okay? And I suffered from anxiety for years, till I figured out what it was causing it. And for anybody that's dealt with it, they know it's extremely, it's extremely hard to deal with in the beginning because it's not like having a broken leg where you know the leg is broken and you know that's the problem, you know? But I feel like for some people, now this isn't all, I'm not a doctor, I have no degree, but when it comes to the psyche, I've studied and I've done things for years and years. It's what interests me, you know, neurology and the working of the brain. But anyway, I believe for a lot of people, anxiety is kind of like an alarm clock going off. You're not in the right place. You're not doing the right thing. Something's not what you want it to be. And I feel like that can creep up and make anxiety for people. For me, the first time I started to feel it is when I worked I used to work on the oil rigs. I used to move oil rigs, and I worked on the oil rigs, drilling oil, for a few years. And before that, I fished lobster, so I was always very labor intensive. But the thing is when you get into that situation, I didn't like the job. I just had my son, and he was 2 months old, and I think I might have seen him because, you know, when new babies, they sleep really weird hours. I was working 18 hours a day. I only got off 4 days a month. Like that was my schedule. I work a month off, get 4 days off in a row, and then work another 30, 18 hours a day. And sometimes I'd even be on call. You know, some shit went wrong. I had to be on call, which means I, you know, stayed over some nights. So some nights I worked 18 hours and went home for 6, which wasn't a lot. Some nights I didn't get to go home at all. But anyway, I wanted a family. That's what I wanted. And I never planned on missing out. I wanted to save a bunch of money, have something set down in stone before my son came so that I wouldn't have to do that. But I used to wake up because things got more expensive and stuff. But anyway, long story short, I used to have I wake up gasping for air. And I'd have the anxiety attacks, panic attacks, whatever you want to call them. And I couldn't figure out what it was. You know, I was making good money, you know. My kid couldn't have anything more than what he had. He had everything. You know, me and Rose were doing really good. But what was bothering me when I found out later is I hated the job. I hated the hours. I hated being gone that long. And on top of that, I don't really agree with oil rigging, you know? It almost like there was this native guy, and hopefully nobody takes that disrespectfully, because in Canada, the native friends that I have, they're okay with native, but maybe I'm not. I hate touching on things like that. But anyway, he was telling me how his grandmother would talk about how taking oil from the earth was like taking its blood. So it got to me, because he had a really long story, which I'm not going to share, and it got to me. And ever since then, that's when the anxiety attacks, because I pinpointed. It's because I was already on the edge, and that story kind of pushed me over. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like anxiety kicks in when you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And I left that job. I went and got a better job that was less hours, and I made a little bit less money, but I still did pretty good. But I didn't have those nightmares anymore, the anxiety, the panic attacks. And it's funny how you later on in life, you look back at all this and you figure it out. But anyway, I know this, I didn't finish the read before I even started. Sorry. But it's the same as if you're in a relationship with someone. I had one before that with this girl, and I remember we broke up. I broke up with her. So it never got that far. I feel like the first anxiety attack, I really didn't register it because I took care of the problem really quickly. But I just feel like if you're in the wrong place, it's like the universe is an alarm clock. It's like, wake up. You're not where you're supposed to be. And that doesn't always have to, pertain to your relationship. I mean, it could just be where you're working, where you're living. Maybe you're not happy in your neighborhood, or so many different things. So it's not like a cure. I'm just saying that's my idea. I think anxiety is almost like an alarm clock. You know, and you press the snooze button and it just keeps coming back till you wake up. But fortunately, since I really had this huge awakening in my own life, I really haven't dealt with it too much. And even now, once in a blue moon, it might creep in. Because trust me, YouTube is very stressful, you know, but it's very stressful, more than I ever believed it would be. But like I said, with this person, I feel like the possibilities are endless. And I feel like this is the one you've been waiting for, and I feel like, you know, on the other side of that anxious energy, like I said, that Nine of Swords is new love. The love that you deserve, the love that you're waiting for. With someone that deserves your time, earns it, and appreciates it, and shows up. With this person, I mean, we have Virgo, we have Capricorn, Taurus. I mean, I feel like there's also, I feel like there's some Pisces energy, but I feel like that's more so that past person. I'm getting some Pisces, you know, also with that person. I mean, I'm getting some Sagittarius in there too. Not getting a whole lot from them. From this other person, moving, that you're moving toward. I mean, we have all signs. I mean, we have 4 kings. Let's just start it out with that. You know, we have Leo. We have Leo. We have some Aries. We have some Taurus. Like I said, Capricorn and Virgo. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And I mean, all signs: Aries, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Very strong placement. You know, very mixed. Sorry I got into story time early, but I'm not really sorry. I mean, I am to the point where I don't want to get in the middle of anybody's read, but sometimes I just feel like if you say something, you got to explain it, or people may not register how you meant it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have an idea and the idea comes out and you want to share it. And even though it may be a little long-winded, I feel like sometimes the message needs to get out. And I feel like the universe was calling me to explain that. And that's the best I can do. I'm just me. I'm just going to go with who I am. And sometimes I get a little off track. I don't feel like I was off track. I got off the read a little bit, but I feel like it was all relevant. But anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.